You can do all the talking.
I'm not good at doing that. Basically putting on tissue.
Explain how your method differs from mine, except you didn't do it like you normally do it.
Yeah. The only thing I do different, or I normally do different, is I have a towel out, and I wet the silk spin on the towel, and then I put the silk spin. I just sop up the excess water on the towel, and then put the silk spin on here, sort of just damp. Outside of that, I just sort of get into it, and I use my whole hand and palms and put this dope on here and rub it in. And it sort of mushes it into the weave penetration. These wingtips aren't going to cover it the same as yours did, but here's another, I guess, a method you could use. Any hard point. Corner, you take this up right here, and if you want to get picky about it, you got where it doesn't want to lay down quite right. Take and cut it like that. Now we'll start the trailing edge. Go down and rub it. Brush dip underneath. I always start trailing edge when I'm doing it like this. The overlap is towards the trailing edge. I guess this might be a little bit different than what you do.
It's all the same.
Was that the same? There, a matter of seconds. One wing panel.
Not rocket science.
Let it dry.
Three thumbs up already. That's where I saw the socket head screw on the ground here. Did you happen to pick it up?
No, I didn't pick one up.
Must have got kicked around, disappeared. Okay.
Saw one laying on the table earlier.
I see on the table there. Take out a screw.
Haven't done anything on the floor. Once I've done, panel.
Boy, that was difficult.
Those are your little pieces you got sitting there?
Yeah, throw it out. And I could just throw this out, it wasn't so damn expensive.
No, don't throw that away. I'll use it on an airplane if you don't wanna use it on an airplane. And here, it's the same way, and we'll overlap in the middle.
2 and 3. See, even though it's two different guys, it's the same thing. The same thing. I think I'm gonna have to wait for this to harden up before I can really stand on it. Put another coat of dope on it.
Probably.
I gotta prime these flaps. Yep, same amount of time it takes me. You're 12 minutes in, you're halfway done. Half an hour. Not a big secret. I think the biggest thing, guys, is don't be afraid to do it. Just jump in and do it.
Yeah. It's too easy to do to fret over.
Yeah, another coat on the bottom. Okay, 4 people watching, 4 thumbs up. There is a chat there. I always use silk span, silk or tissue. I like it too. See other people's techniques. Hence Saturday at the bench. Thanks again. You're more than welcome. Is it stronger than Oracover or Monocoat? Absolutely not. Silk span and Jap tissue are the lightest things, and they're very fragile. If you want durability, use Polyspan or Oracover or
Monocoat or whatever.
Yeah. What we're doing here is basically like building control line free flight planes.
You gotta realize that we mainly fly off of asphalt. And don't do a lot of grass flying. I mean, if you're prone, if your club situation is an asphalt or situation is one thing, if it's grass, well, you got a whole nother ball game with sticks and everything else that may happen to come up on.
Jap tissue or silk span airplanes are very delicate. So
Do a lot of grass flying off grass. You might want to think about, using medium weight or heavy weight. Silk span, you're still going to pick up sticks. But like I said, we typically fly off asphalt. You can still get rocks that'll put holes in the bottom.
the biggest thing is your launcher.
Yeah, make sure he's on top of his game.
But if something happens, just take it in stride. It's only wood.
Yeah.
Well, you're half an hour into it now.
That's not par for the course.
Okay, we got the cowl done. Let's see here. We got cancel. Real old model airplane building. Yep, that's right, Holly. Dying art.
Well, that is it.
Now, if you were here for my video just before this one, the 3-hour BS session where we're fiberglassing and tissuing, you saw me fiberglass this cowl. I'm going to show that to you now. Remember using tissue covering when I was a kid, 30 years ago. Yeah, that's
Hasn't changed.
same shit, different day. Let's see, Jack Snavely says, cancel. Come on. Yeah. The old gallows kits will teach a person how to dope in tissue. Yes, they will. Okay, on the other video before this, I fiberglassed this cowl. If you look at the inside here, super fill on the inside. This cowl is only about, I don't know, less than a half an ounce. Super fill on the inside will look real nice when it's painted, and it's all glassed on the outside. Of course, I'll still finish sanding it, but that makes for a durable product.
Then don't be afraid to get into your work. I use my palms, my fingers, whatever it takes, and my hands look like a mess when I'm done, but it's easy to clean up. I really rubbed this first coat of dope into it, but there's a half an hour, 45 minutes maybe, a half of a wing.
24 minutes.
24 minutes, okay. Another 24 minutes, we'll have the other half covered.
I have the unbuilt, whatever, what is that? Cancel. Why the heck doesn't that stay up long enough? I have an unbuilt Mikado kit from the 70s, and I think about covering that plane with silk and dope. An F-38 Chipmunk. Cool.
Alright, do it to it.
Take a video, show us how it's done.
Yeah, do it to it. This right here is the Geesky Nobler. The Geesky Nobler wing.
Not a kit.
Not a kit. It's got a set of plans.
It's been modernized, just like my Tucker has a geodesic wing, has a foam leading edge, just like the Tucker. It's the way to do it.
We're trying to get rid of the starved horse look, if you're familiar with what we're talking about, where your leading edge sheeting dips in between every rib that's on it, and you can't get away from it with a ribbed wing, period. Looks like an I-beam wing, only not quite as bad as an I-beam wing.
I don't think the airfoils keep as much integrity either.
I don't think so either. I-beam wing, you're losing wing area every time that covering sags between all the ribs. Now, you build a rib without that sag in it, you got more wing area.
More wing volume.
Or, swept area.
You'll notice that he covers the center section too. Plus, he has one more thing that I don't use, but he has fiberglass in the center. Normally, that's not where your wing's going to fold. The wing's going to fold about a third of the way out. Normally. Of course, I've seen guys at the Nats where they fold right in the center, but I think they forgot to glue them.
That could be. Man, this is amazing. This batch.
So-called, let's see. Is that Windex? Yes, it is. It's what I've used for years.
The original formula Windex. Don't know if that makes a difference, but that's what it is.
You never used it before, did you?
I just use straight water. It works just as good, but I've used Windex before. I don't know. Always had a water bottle ready for covering, and I just use water. The straight water works just fine.
There really are no mistakes. All this shit, will work. And like John was saying to me off camera, if you make a mistake here, why Windex? Because I like it. Yes, it does evaporate quicker.
Got a little alcohol in it. Got a little soap in it. I don't know what that does, but doesn't seem to bother it.
I'm bummed out about that screw. I don't know where it went.
It's sitting right in front of your eyeballs. It's not going anywhere.
It's not like I don't have more though.
440 socket cap through.
Yeah. I'll probably end up putting aluminum one in it.
Probably laying right here on the table.
I don't see it. I thought I saw it on the floor. Must have got kicked. Yep, gonna have to refill the dough. Wait a minute, I'm not over my allowance. Because you get a quart of unthinned dope mixed into 2 quarts of thinned and unthinned, so I'm only halfway there.
Yeah, you've only used half a quart. Half of your allotted amount.
Yeah. I thought I was out, but I'm not. Okie dokie. All right, let's see what they got to say. Anything? I wish I could get the chat to come up easier. I remember the only type dope. Let's see. I remember one type of dope. Can't remember withstand the other time. Can you explain the short difference between the types of dope, butyrate and nitrate? Nitrate is a glue that's used in real aircraft to attach the covering to metal frames. It's slightly more sticky. It has a hotter thinner, much like the old Aerogloss dope. And it's not compatible with butyrate, meaning you have to have a separate thinner for nitrate and a separate thinner for butyrate. I don't, neither John or I, either one of us bother with using nitrate. We just use butyrate, and I've done that for 50 years. So there's, I don't see any need in mixing dope. Now, back in the old Aerogloss days, that's what I used. But seeing as we can't get that good stuff anymore with the MEK and the xylene in it, we're stuck with the pitiful crap we got today. We just use the best of what's out there, which I think is the Randolph product. Now, I like Brodak. Brodak has been a savior for our sport, hobby, whatever. Randolph makes Brodak dope. However, Randolph has more pigment in it. More pigment means you will use less paint to paint an airplane. Less paint means less weight. So do what you want, but if you're going to paint the airplane insignia white, you should be able to do it in 1/2 pint with Randolph. And I've proven this over and over. I proved to John. It's an unbelievable difference, isn't it, John?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I use SIG, butyrate, and
which is certified.
which is same stuff, and 1 coat coverage opposed to 2.5 coats. Coverage, big difference.
Yeah.
So that's all in the pigment. Every bit of it's in the pigment.
And the funny thing about it is there's only one dope manufacturer, and that's Randolph. Randolph makes certified, Randolph makes Brodak, Randolph makes Acme. What other type of dope is there out there? They make it all. And the weird thing about it is they're in California. Ain't no problem, Holly. You can't buy dope in California, but that's where it's made. Land of the fruits and nuts.
Run for the border.
I think I need a little more aggressive sandpaper than 320 to knock these ridges off. I think the 320 is just buffing down and peeling back the tissue.
Very well, good, Gene.
But if I use like 100 or something, then I can just knock off the ridges. Too bad. That's good to know. I'm not over my allotted amount. I thought I was out. I've got a little more for 7-8 and the rest for top coat.
The smaller airplanes, so it's just taking up. And you're using the same amount as what you would for a big airplane.
Well, that's what I've always used. But that's why the littler airplanes have a better finish on them.
Yeah.
More material. Same amount of material, but less area.
No surface area to deal with.
What the hell, where'd that come from? It's on the bottom. Kind of a scratch and a dent. Something in the brush. Oh boy. That came out nice. Came out nice. There's gonna be some sanding on that though, there's some big wads of stuff there. Of course, the way to do.
You need to clean up my mess up when we go along.
Yeah.
Yeah, covered it. Covered with it.
You know, when you're watching these videos and you're looking at my tucker, it doesn't look like I'm making any progress because you don't see any color going on, but trust me, there's a big difference between when it came over this morning and now. But you would never know it in the video.
Be nice if all this stuff came rolled instead of folded.
Used to.
Yeah. They're cheaper nowadays.
The lightest covering I've done to use is colored tissue, yes. Thin clear dope in a 29 size smaller plane is delicate but fun, yes, cancel. And let's see here. Says, what happened there? Uh-oh, Holly, I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. I timed you out for 300 seconds. I didn't mean to. Let me see if I can fix that. This stupid phone. Put user in timeout, remove report. I can't take you out of timeout. I apologize, Holly, I didn't mean to do that, but this phone is so hard to use, and when you touch a button, I touched the wrong spot. So that means you can't post for 5 minutes or whatever 300 seconds is.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. But shit happens, I'm old.
That pen's gonna give me a hard time here. Only for so long, man.
Well, I hope you don't get mad at me for doing that, but I didn't do it on purpose. I think that's our Swedish friend.
It thought it was gonna get me. Thought it would last me.
Let me see here. Man, I wish this thing was easier to work. You can't pull up the chat. Holly was timed out by Stunt Hanger for 300 seconds. I apologize, Holly. Looks like I deleted a message accidentally. It's a stupid phone. Sorry. I feel bad for doing that.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional.
I hope that didn't boot them off. I don't know. I've never done that before. Oh, crap. Holly, when you're able to, make a post so I know you're not mad at me. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Yeah, we like I said, booted Holly by accident. We're live. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there. We lost a little bit or something. Let's see here. No problem. Okay, great, Holly. I apologize. I'm old and I can't work the phone. If I was 12, I could work the phone like a wizard.
And I'm no more computer literate than he is, so. I just as soon pick up the phone and call somebody. I just as soon pick up the phone and call somebody and talk to them. That video is really nice.
What?
Being able to do all the sharing by video and. Robert was able to take his wingtips and literally cover them in one piece. These are a little bit different shape, and I tend to cut them. Doesn't hurt anything. Just overlap it. We work from the back to the front. Keeps your overlap going in the right direction. Not that it makes any difference probably, but.
Considering you won't see any of those seams anyway.
No, they'll all disappear in the coat or two of top coat, so. When you look at it, there are no wrinkles. Not in the tips. Alright, see, when you're doing this stuff, just get into it, do it.
We have to paint it before we weld it.
Listen, I'm ripping this off of the leading edge. I sanded off the trailing edge because there's a sharp 90-degree edge there to work with. You could sand this off probably too up here, but sometimes you take the risk of sanding through the underlying paper too, and then you got a bare spot. You just rip it off and then take that edge down, and it feathers out real nice. Do like this, I'm doing, getting some dope on it. I sort of just take all of my hand and work it around. Smooth it down, works pretty good for me. You can't even see where the edge of that. If you cut a sharp line in it, you'll see a sharp line. You know, a razor cut or a scissors cut. Same way if you got to put a patch on something, rip your patch out. of a piece of tissue and then put your patch on, and you'll find that it feathers out and blends in much easier than if you cut a square piece. You have 4 square edges, sharp edges on there that's gotta be filled.
If you look here, I poked a hole in my wing back in the apartment, and I ripped a piece of tissue about the size of a $50 and put over there and doped it down. You won't be able to see that when it's painted. You can hardly see it now.
Biggest thing is at this stage, don't be intimidated by it by all means. This is a really sort of a haphazard thing that you're doing.
So what he's saying is you can't screw it up.
No,
Well, you could, but
you can, yeah, I've had to pull off a piece of tissue before and redo it. But
we get down there, can we go downstairs and bend that landing gear?
I suppose.
Because I'm gonna get this done today.
So how much time I got in this? An hour?
Let's see.
We're done, fully covered.
Yep.
Covered 1 hour. Fully covered. This is double aught silk span. This isn't medium weight, not Japanese tissue. It's double aught Brodak silk span. Works pretty good. I don't know if it was just me. I did an airplane with it not too long ago, and I ended up with pinholes in the covering.
That's because I left the gremlins out and they came when he was sleeping and poked holes in it.
Yeah, but I had a bunch of little pinholes. I got 90% of them out there, but they were sure were a pain in the butt to get out. So I think that might have just been a spot in the manufacturing process, not Brodak's fault. So whoever gave him the stuff, you know, I don't think the quality control's there like it used to be.
Looks like this is bare. Do you think that'll hurt anything?
Your field's gonna take up some of that. Yeah, I'd put a piece in there. That's a big spot. Take a piece about an inch. Let's see here.
Yeah, oh, man.
Don't do this at home. Paint thinner, getting the paint off my hand.
Both sides.
My dad and my grandpa used to take kerosene and everything else in an old wash rag and soak it down and wash. They painted barns for a living. They'd be covered with paint. They'd wash their face and arms and hands and legs and everything else with lacquer thinner and mineral spirit, paint thinner. I didn't think a thing of it back then. You should have this whole big single piston paint sprayer, had one piston in it about the size of a coffee can. And every summer I can remember we'd go out there and the rats would have built nests in the carburetor and stuff and the exhaust. We'd pull out what you could, prime that puppy up and yank it through and stuff started flying out all over the place. Mice would come shooting out the muffler. We use real cheap thinner, buy it by a 5-gallon can for cleaning paintbrushes and spray guns out with, and we save nothing but good thinner to put in the dope and to do your painting on your airplane. And if you start with one thinner, here's a big tip that will help. Do not change thinners through the process. If you start with one kind of thinner, continue that project until you're done. Top coats everything using the same thinner. And you'll have a lot less problems with compatibility or bubbles or fish eye or anything like that. You'll have much less chance of that happening if you do that.
Do not use cheap thinner and dope.
No, buy good thinner, buy the thinner it calls for. But only use it in your product that you're putting on the airplane. Don't use it to clean your parts of your motor or anything else. Or your paintbrushes, buy a cheap hardware store thinner, lacquer thinner for that. I don't know, $10 a can or something like a gallon. Buy that cheap stuff for that. Man, this came out nice. Can't wait for it to completely dry out. I can just feel it flying right now. This thing weighs about 10 ounces.
Lighter than that.
8 ounces. It weighs 8 ounces. Still pretty wet.
Not bad. You're learning.
I've only been doing it about as long as you have, around 40 plus years. I'll tell you what, me and Sparky got together, a little history, sort of by chance, because he started working for a guy that's a member of our club. And consequently, since he's working here in River City, Dayton, Ohio, we fly together, and me and his boss flew together, and so we'll end up getting together. Well, Sparky's got a small apartment and doesn't have any place to work, and I got a nice house and workshop and everything, so I hold the option open to all the club members and anybody else for that matter. You want to come over and use the shop, you're more than welcome. All I ask is return the shop the way it was when you got there. If it was dirty when you got there, it can be sort of dirty when you leave. But if it was clean, you better clean it up before you leave. Replace anything that you use. It's there. You can use anything you want to. But when you come back the next time, bring a little something to keep the stock up. And me and Sparky get along real well on all this stuff. We trade stuff all the time. And what he doesn't have, I have, and vice versa. We've always gotten along well. One of the biggest things we found out is that we do a lot of things really alike. And yet, we haven't known each other most of our lives. We've been 2 different entities in 2 different locations in the country and live in different lifestyles and everything. But still, everything's the same. And here's sort of a little story. We both built the same airplane. He built the first one, I built the second one. He just gave me a few numbers. And I put my airplane together, and he comes over to the house with his airplane. He's working on his airplane there a little bit, and he says, that cow looks identical to my cow. I said, man, it's pretty close probably. Well, he took the cow. Now, mind you, these were built in completely different places. His was built in his apartment, mine was built in my basement. And he put my cow on his airplane, and it fit. I mean, there's no plans, there's nothing but some numbers on a piece of paper, and yet they still came out that close. So, it can't be done. Sounds a little far-fetched, but it's true.
Yeah.
And we were both surprised when it worked out like that. You might have to turn that heater on here a little bit. This is driving a little slow.
Let her rip, Tater Chip. My eyes ain't burning.
Flip her on there, man. Ah, shoot. There's a hair.
Oh, God. Little sandpaper, take it out.
On top, not under the tissue. That's what I was worried about, under the tissue. It'll be really nice.
Not getting any tissue on it. Wrong O'Toole, you gotta finish them on the inside. Tell me.
Then you need a paintbrush, look at this. There's my paintbrush.
You can't do that.
You just saw it live. Ron's paint with his finger on his airplane. That one dirty paintbrush though. I always got a tendency, I don't know if anybody else does this, but I do it all the time. I forget to finish the landing gear covers and the windshield wing box.
Well, let's see if anybody said anything. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Nice job on the wing covering. Looks good, Jack says. I have seriously good results using fiberglass. Yes. The question I asked, what are you using to cover the fuselage? Fiberglass. I use fiberglass on the nose and Japanese tissue on everything else. And if you look at the other, and Jack Snavely says, John, good covering on the wing, it looks good.
Thanks, Jack.
You'd hope so. Now you're gonna have to get your fingers sloppy again.
Yep. I'm not breaking out a paintbrush to do that.
This is really not just building an airplane. This is an artwork. I mean, it's just our artwork. That's why there's so few of us that do this, because it ain't easy.
Thumbs up if you do. Actually do this kind of stuff, because it really isn't hard. Very much so.
So, let's go downstairs and bend some landing gear. You,
I got have me a cup.
okay.
Go down there.
I guess we probably won't show, I don't know, are you guys interested to see how the landing gear is bent? Now the nose is fiberglass back to here. The rest is Japanese tissue. For Holly. Holly was asking, what do you cover it with? So on the business end, the cowl is fiberglass and the nose is fiberglass. I did the inside of this, but I didn't do the inside of this. I'll do that later. I probably won't leave that on there because this stuff's not dry. If you if you put it on when it's not dry, you may not get it back off.
You know, a lot of times I'll take talcum powder, and when I first put the ship together, all the hatches, the gear door, all that kind of stuff, I'll take some baby powder or whatever, and rub around the edges of the paint before I bolt it on that first time. The paint's still green. And that helps it from not sticking.
This ain't paint.
Well, I mean,
This
well,
is
yeah,
resin.
I know. It's epoxy, but yeah, it can very well do the same thing. It'll stick, but you know, when you're first putting your airplane together, you got it all finished. You got that 20-point paint job on there and everything, and 15 coats of clear dope or auto paint or whatever. I always worry I've had them stick together. Literally, and when I pull them apart and have to go in there and change something or tighten up a bolt or whatever, and they'll pull paint right off. So,
Or you have to cut them open.
yeah. I made a mistake on this wing. I put the bell crank in, I bolted the push rod to the bell crank, but I didn't put a nylon lock nut on the bottom of the bell crank. And I already had everything sheeted and shut. So I had to drill a hole in here.
Hold it.
I had to drill a hole in it right here so I could get a socket down in there and put the nylon lock nut on the bottom of the bell crank. But then I cut a little round plug and filled that hole, and then I fiberglassed over the whole center section. But you can't even tell it was there. I did the same thing on the top. I had an Allen wrench I had to go through the top with to hold the 440 volt. But yeah, mistakes happen. You get in a hurry. Say, man, did I do that? I cut holes in stuff and find out that I actually had it complete.
Yeah, I have to.
and thought I didn't.
Better safe than sorry, though.
Yeah. I don't want to have the mishap in air room. My luck, I don't just only ruin the airplane, I ruin the motor and powertrain and everything else.
Yeah,
Fuel
that sounds
tank.
familiar, like a Huntersville excursion.
Yeah.
That was my stupidity, not checking that nut on the elevator.
My PA-65 was in about 10 different pieces. That's just the motor. Left the divot in the asphalt about 3/4 of an inch deep. And brought that airplane home in a bag. There wasn't anything left of it. I'm looking for a PA-75, I think I got one. Now this evening, I'll let this dry until tonight. Get all the moisture out of it, and I might get toothpaste to clear it open that the other again tonight, the whole thing.
You can't do that. You gotta wait a month.
Not at this stage. Not really a too many stages, because heck, once we start painting, man, it goes pretty quick. 15 hours of taking something off and 15 seconds worth of painting.
That's almost sickening. The inside is nice, the outside.
You know why? Because God can see it in there.
I know it's there.
And Bob Pickin had a cow. One of the first contests that I went to, Bob Pickin sitting there and he's fiddling with his engine and tank, and his cow was laying there. I said, Bob, I said, do you mind if I look at that? And he says, no. And I didn't know him from Adam. I just knew of him. He didn't know me. And I picked that cow up and I'm like, gee, Minnie Christmas, it was air. It didn't weigh anything. It was hollowed out to the max. They used to hollow it out, built out of probably 2-pound balsa wood. And the inside was every bit as nice as the outside. I mean, it was 20-point finish on the inside of the cow. And that was pretty impressive to see a guy that goes through that kind of stuff. There's quite a few. There's a few guys out there that'll really go that far. Most of them cover it up, but I can't do that. I can't rough cut ribs out and just make them hacked. I got to sand the cutouts in them, and
I'll probably superfill this here too, and there's a spot right there that needs a little superfill.
well, you're fighting for that last point from 18 to 20 points on a finish job. That makes a difference. Maybe not on the inside, but you don't start seeing all these little blemishes until you get color on them.
You never know. I may fly this in Pampa. It depends how it flies.
It's totally up to you.
I'm tired of flying lunkers.
Don't irritate your finish. You're done with the glass, right?
Yeah.
You're done with the epoxy, right?
Yeah.
Take that down.
Set it inside here. You're gonna carry this down.
I don't need these up here anymore, right?
Throw it inside there. Oh, I gotta have the plans. Let's see, I put the plans there. I gotta have, let me see. Do you guys wanna see the landing gear bent or not? Type in the chat box. That fits beautifully. I'll watch Ben landing gear. Okay, we'll tote this crap down there.
Turn this table off.
Yeah, it's gonna take some super toe around the edges here. Wonder why it did that. It must be pushing.
What it gone done did?
See, the gap is getting bigger here. It must be pushing on the end there. Yeah, it's not going down. Sanding.
Sanding. You're closing the gap up with layers of epoxy and
It don't look bad. They're parallel, but they're not tight. So I'm gonna have to.
might end up super filling in there.
Oh yeah, but
Pretty much a given if you want to get it down to almost nothing.
okay. All right, let's see here.
Here, this stays up here, that goes down.
Okay, I'm gonna carry you guys downstairs with me.
Gotta get down here and get something done with this shit.
I don't have a pocket there, so we'll get the wire. You get the door. Whoa, about fell down. Okay. We are downstairs. Boy. Come on. Oh, we have lots of build projects here at the Skunk Works. Okay. Wait for John to show up. What did I do with the wire? What? Oh, there it is. Yeah, set that there.
Open soup in there.
Okay, the reason I brought these is we're gonna have to figure out, because I'm doing the wheel pins, so they're bent a, certain way.
Yeah.
I don't know if these are gonna be long enough, so I'm thinking about making them a 1/2 inch longer, because I'm using this motor that's running 11-inch prop instead of the
Right.
10.6 that they normally ran.
Here, let's consolidate on this stuff. Sort of sprawled out all over the place here.
They just put the ring on the back half of it. It won't take more room than that. Yeah, there'll be several hours of me. I'm gonna take some dope home too. There'll be several hours of me fitting the cow, with superfill and sanding out all this stuff. Here's your. Spar joiners. See, I don't know how they had this gear mounted in the wing on the original. It doesn't show.
It's attached to the spar like an I-beam. Probably had a little sandwich of plywood on there and then drilled it through right there, guys.
Okay. So basically, fasten landing gear bolts to J bolts. If I just have to look inside here and see how deep these are inside there. So I might just be able to bend them right to this pattern. Maybe
Yeah, if it's not too far off.
make it a 1/4 inch longer instead of a 1/2.
Look what I found.
Yeah, where was it?
In the trash, bottom of the trash can. That one over there.
Really?
I was pulling the trash out by hand. And I only had a little bit in the bottom.
Boy, this thing got rusty down
And it came right on the top when I was pulling it out and transferring it to and laying right there. And I'm going, well, damn, there's that thing.
Cool, thank you. I mean, I got another one now, but
Well, good. You can leave that one here for the shop.
I guess I could. I didn't fiberglass that area. Oh well. I don't think it needs it, do you?
Probably not.
Mine's made different, so here. Okay. So let's
Well,
see.
good. Now I can try one.
Yeah, I think that was dull.
I've used regular gouges, just the U-shaped gouge, not these round ones.
Mm-hmm.
I can sharpen this. That's not a problem. Thanks. Get an X-Acto handle for it. Gotta have one with a hole in it.
Yeah, we'll make them, let's see, quarter, I'm using 2-inch wheels, and so that'll give me an 8, plus a quarter would give me, 5/8, or no, 5/8, 3/8. No, better make it a 1/2 inch longer. I'd rather be too tall than too short.
Yeah.
So we'll make this bend 1/2 inch longer. Then I need 2, like that.
Is this the right length and this the right length and all that
No.
stuff?
No,
Gotta know how long this is. And those are short.
right. Short means less wire. Less wire means less weight.
I know, but see, the longer the wire, the more torsional, the less springiness it is. The shorter the wire, the stronger. So if you notice, like some of those I-beams, they really had the landing gear splayed forward and had sort of long music wire on them. When you set them down, they're real mushy
Yeah, I don't like that.
on the ground. Well, I think they did that to make them land easier, not bounce.
It'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
Ball driver.
In its normal spot. See, this is my little thing that I used on my molds.
Yeah.
Screwed a razor blade to a block of wood that's the same thickness as the bottom of our mold. You set it down on a hard surface and just take that razor blade and run it around there. Makes a nice flat cut for the bottom of your molded sections. This is a bottom, front, bottom whole piece. All three of them are done the same way. Well, they don't weigh nothing. And I don't use ammonia. And there's a reason. I don't need to 99% of the time. I mean, this molded all the way down to nothing. Almost folded over on itself. That's 3 32nd inch balsa wood. Just wet with hot water. And that piece actually did. I cut 3 inches off the end of that. It actually did come together at the very end of it and didn't split. And all I used was hot water and nice bendy wood. You know, I started at the center, that mold, and worked out to the ends. Just molded right on down around it.
Okay.
And you can see this one mold, it goes down to like it's down to nothing. A razor blade. Let's see,
Yeah.
wire bender, need a wire bender.
It only goes down in there probably 3/8 of an inch. I guess I need to go up and get my cutters. I brought them over here for a reason.
Yeah. Let's see what I need here. Might need a little pair of ice screws for that 1/8 wire. Is that 1/8 wire or is that heavy stuff?
No, that's 1/8 inch, not 3/32. 3/32 was for the large Marge.
Large Marge.
This must be the reason. You got a knife handy?
There's all sorts of them.
There must be something.
A booger in the corner. This out of the way. I'm gonna be using these for a little bit.
Man, for some reason it's acting weird, man. It grew or something. I guess.
Well, yeah, you got
No,
epoxy on it.
no, it's like it relaxed. The wood. I mean, that gap changed dramatically. It's gotta be. It's like it softened up, you know?
Right. This is sort of uneven. I just go and built through your fuselage sides, but this didn't twist or something, did it?
Yeah, it could have. Just by adding fiberglass.
Might take it and put some saran wrap between it and bolt it down, take that hot air gun to it.
Yep, it'll just have a 1/16 of an inch of supercrawl all the way around. This side was the worst side, and this side was tight. Now this side is loose. Trust me, when it's done, you won't be able to tell. But
Yeah, I know it's there though. I'm gonna point that out.
yeah.
I better not say that. He'll point out my mess ups on my airplane too. What are friends for, right?
Hand me that sanding block there.
That's an 80.
Whatever. What's that? Something's just not, you know, it's holding it up or something. Like it's not in the right spot. This will drive me crazy. I won't be able to go to sleep until I fix this.
It's gotta be in one of the corners or something that's pushing it back. Front, right on the spinner ring or. This is the dirtiest. Look at this wire.
That's what we get.
This is Chinesium. A lot of manufacturing grime and dirt and shit on it. It's not even shiny anymore.
I bet you're right. I bet it is this. Pushing it back into a distortion.
Mm-hmm. Got to start with a 90-degree bend.
Getting closer, but still no good.
How long you need that leg pulling up? This leg right here.
Oh, probably 3/8 of an inch.
If I make it an inch, then
Yeah.
that's, you can cut it down, right? An inch is gonna be long enough.
Right. I think it's this right here. Don't get excited.
Tough stuff.
It's getting better. That's aggravating. Aggravating. That's better. Getting there.
Starting to fall back on.
Yeah. It's still out pretty good for some reason, but you'll get the super pro treatment for sure.
What's your length to those legs? Can I make them both the same length to this bend right here?
I don't know.
I need either an inside to an inside measurement. Inside of your,
Inside of the wire,
going up into the wing to inside of the wire coming down towards the wheel.
the inside of the wire.
Yeah, inside to inside.
Okay. We'll make them both the same. Okay, this one is the smaller of the two, so we'll use this one. That one like that. That's inside the inside.
So your hole's right here, right?
Right.
So you're on this side of the hole, right?
Right.
And you're back off this wall, however much clearance you want off that wall to the
To
inside of
the
the wall.
inside, yeah.
Double check, because you might say inside of this hole being
I
towards
know.
the fuselage.
John's made himself a pretty nice wire bender, so he's my official wire bender.
Actually, this right here is just this isn't the one I made. I made the one for the control horns, to bend these to make them angle right and make them parallel with one another. The one I'm using for these landing gear is one of the Harry Higley's heavy wire bender.
Well, it got better, but it's still out. So it's gonna be a super fill. Cause it was perfect.
Oh yeah, I'll testify to that one.
Huh?
I'll testify to that one.
Somehow, look how this grew.
Yeah.
Like this softened up and grew or something.
Can you put some saran wrap in, take the heat gun to it, and warm it, and then leave it tight and let it cool,
I could, but
and see if it pulls down?
I just super fill it and forget it.
It might just keep changing on you.
Shouldn't, like it's locked up now.
Well, you know what happens because you've got both all the surfaces of the wood sealed, and if there's moisture in there, it can twist because it's all sealed solid.
This is something to think about. I just never had one go that crappy before. I mean, you get it a little, but
Right.
I just don't know what caused it to go so goofy. Can't feel any. Check.
Those plates sitting in there flat.
Yeah, plates in there flat.
Watch you don't come out the top of the wing.
Then we're gonna have to open up the hole. I don't think that's gonna come out the top of the wing. Well, let's see, we got any chatters? Boy, I wish this worked better. Let's see. Let's see what they said here. Can you show them? Nice planes on the left. Can you show them? More build projects. Yeah, we'll show them. I've already shown them once. We did a whole house tour.
You never get enough of it. I come down and just look at my airplane. I was even thinking about it the other day, now that you mentioned that. I was going to take all my nice airplanes out and put them all on the driveway and stand behind them and take a picture of me with all my flyable airplanes. Some of them I don't fly anymore, but they're still flyable. I got a Ravy Bearcat, a Tucano, Yak 55, 38 Special, some Mongoose race planes, Russian combat wing, a Mustang.
Must be a booger on the end of this. Either that or I need a bigger drill bit.
Well, this is probably metric. I gave you a SAE drill. Here's the next size, bigger drill bit.
I thought that was,
That's 1/8 inch I gave you.
that wire's supposed to be 1/8 inch.
Supposed to be.
$125.
Unless I gave you a drill bit that was too small. That's about the same.
Probably a booger on the edge of it.
Get this in.
Take an 1/8 inch off the end of this thing.
How about a drill? Let's electric drill.
Over there on that shelf where the red boxes are, on the right side, just inside of that red box, the next box, right there.
When in doubt, get the power tools out.
You gonna put that bend in it?
Yeah.
You got your wheels.
Yeah, I do, but it doesn't matter. Oh, I guess it's,
Oh yeah, it does. This dimension right
That-
here.
where'd that drill bit go?
It's in there. That's the bigger one of the two.
No, I want the smaller one, the 1/8 inch.
And picky. I'll tell you what. I'm not so sure that's an 1/8 inch.
You just measured it.
Yeah, I don't trust that thing. It moves all over the place. It says it's an 1/8 inch.
The Chinese 1/8 inch.
Another Harbor Freight drill bits.
Yeah, Chinese.
And anytime you can get a 100-piece drill bit set for $29.95, you're doing pretty good.
I got that set in Snap-on. How much you think it is?
$130 anyway.
$7.50.
$7.50. Oh, it must be cobalt or something. Or
There's the good one.
don't drill through the top of the wing. I need to do is get an 1/8 inch wheel collar out and put on there so you're not only go so deep.
Well, almost.
You want to number drill it? Inside? I don't go down that small.
128. I think it's the number 40.
Put this 43 here. Put that in there. Don't waller it out. He gives me that look because he says the same thing to all the guys at work. I love giving him a hard time because if I didn't, nobody else would.
That did it. Yeah, that'll work there.
Now you need a Dremel tool with a little bit to get down there and
Yeah.
radius that little edge off.
I need to check this side, make sure it's going to be work on this side, same length.
There's a power cord over there on the floor beside you.
the good grindy out.
Don't get used to that. Instead of good grindy, that's a carbide burr, and you don't want to grind on epoxy or stuff like that. It gets filled up, and then you can't get it out of it.
Okay, that one went down in there, okay? You know, I bet they'd be about right, maybe just a little bit longer than that.
1/4 inch longer.
Yeah. This one here needs, it's too far away. It needs to be a little longer to the inside. I'll give you another inside measurement. This side's a little shorter than this side,
Okay.
but we'll get one done.
So you want to make
1/4 inch longer from that.
just this leg right here, 1/4 inch longer.
Yeah, I'm using a 2-inch wheel. Let me go up and get the wheel and the cutter.
It's overkill marking this all the way around 360 on it, but if it gets wiped off or something, maybe there'll be a little piece of the mark left. Set it down, walk away, or whatever. I got that. I want to bend that back this here direction.
That bend could be just a smidge longer. This bend here.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I always mess up one of these.
Well, we got plenty of wire.
And then you're making 2 of them, so I could mess up 2 of them.
We got plenty of wire. I got another 6 pieces back at the apartment.
Always put these vice grips on them because that keeps the wire from pulling. That is not a 45-degree angle.
A little more. Good.
Needs a bit more.
Yeah. I wish it was at Brodax now. He got the best bender, that hydraulic bender.
Well, hell yeah.
Goes and they're perfect bends.
I also got gauges and everything. It's already set up for 50 different kinds of airplanes, and
And he probably could bend, he probably got this
they
in.
already have it done.
Perfect. So we want this a little bit longer.
You see this hanging here?
Yeah, what's that for? Oh, yeah.
Flexible shaft. I want the inside measurement. So,
It's right there.
okay, that's where you want the down bend at now.
Yep.
I was telling them when you ran upstairs that I marked this, it might be overkill all the way around the wire.
Then you can see it.
Well, no matter where you're at. You might lose that.
Nope. Nope. Turn it over.
Now, it's got to come down like this. It's got to bend straight.
Okay.
It's got to be here, right? If I bend that there, that puts it there, doesn't it?
I thought you were going to bend on this wire here.
I'm going to pull this one down.
Okay. Whatever. Was this the same length or a quarter inch longer?
1/4 inch longer.
Okay.
Hold them right there.
This thing is going up there, turning or something. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take it off and reset them. What happened here? There. Oh. Right there. Clamp it.
Well, that won't necessarily hold it in place, but. That's too big for me.
You should have bent this wire. Needs to go just a little bit more to be parallel, I think. Yeah, it's leaning out this way.
Lean out a little bit.
Yeah, gotta bend her some more.
Sometimes it's gonna be like there.
That looks pretty good. Okay, now you want the inside of the band, right?
Yep.
This is for a 7-inch, this is a 2-inch wheel.
Here you want this dimension
Yeah, okay.
off of that bend.
Put it up here. There you go.
That's gonna put your wheel about like that.
Yep. But it goes in the center of this right here, see? So actually, that's too long. Yeah. Maybe.
But you want this, right? You want it right where this plan shows it.
Yeah, we wanna make it 1/8 inch longer.
Right, so you want where this marks at right here.
Yeah, well, there you go. Closest, the one closest to the bend. Yep. Let's see, we got any chatters? Yeah, we got 8 people watching, 10 thumbs up. I mean,
Hope this don't pull. I don't have enough room to get that down there. Let me cut that off. Oh, wow, you got the good cut off. What am I doing?
see these here, boys? These are off the Snap-on truck, but they're not Snap-on. They're Nipex mini bolt cutters. It's still pretty stout stuff, though.
I'm gonna get my big bolt cutters.
Yeah.
Might be a little overkill, but it'll work.
$75.
Yeah, $175. Probably have to drill them axles out unless you've already done it. I think this needs to be shorter. This needs to be up here more. And this needs to be more vertical.
Okay. Give her that.
I can make it more vertical, and it might move it.
No. We might have to bend a new one, because this needs, like you said, this needs to be shorter, but it needs to.
You want it to come straight out more?
Give me your pencil. That pencil right there. It really needs to come out like that.
Well, yeah, if you want to get over this way as far as you can, but I don't think you can make half that thickness that wheel bend in an 1/8 inch wire. You see what I mean? You almost have to bend it like this. This needs to move up just a little bit and let this come up in here somewhere. That's going to affect your wheel pant. No, no, it won't.
Let's see.
Let me do something real quick. Try this once.
Might make a new one, but
Yeah. That's better.
really need this leg a little bit longer. What size wheels? Does that call for 2-inch wheels? And you're using
1
2 and a
7/8.
quarter? Oh, and you're using 2 1/4 inch wheels or 2 1/2 inch
2
wheels?
inch. See, the thing is, I have a 3/8 wheel pant, and then I have a 1/4 inch over here to play with. So I might have to make it 3/8 on the outside to hide this wire, because this wire here needs to come down the center of the wheel pant.
Yeah, I know, but you got to make the wheel pants whatever the wheel and wire dictate, not what it calls for on the plans.
Yeah, I think this will work. You can make a new one, same dimensions this way, but with
That bend in the same spot.
and this a little bit longer. You think?
Probably. Another 1/8 of an inch.
Now on the next one, you bent from the short side last time. Always bend from the long side. That way it doesn't pull that goofy way. You know what I mean? Okay, so the next bend you're gonna do is this one.
I can't do that bend next. I got to do that one. I got to do that one.
Okay.
I'm working from that direction.
Welcome to our 3-ring circus.
It's not that bad. It ain't that bad.
I don't know why this phone won't pull up the chat. We only got 6 watchers, but we've been on 131 minutes, 2 hours. You know what, guys? I think that's probably par for the course. That's 4 hours today. I think we're going to end the stream. I really appreciate you watching. Sorry, Holly, for putting you in a timeout. I didn't mean to. But like, subscribe, share, join Stunt Hanger. We have a free giveaway going on now. You have to use your real first and last name to get in, or I will not approve you. You got to be over 18 years old to get on the forum due to the latest nonsense they're doing. So thanks for watching. Till I see you again, fair winds, tight lines. See ya.